scene shifter, so you shift the scene. You get away from the thing that's burning inside of you. You escape your depression by immersing yourself in some sort of drug that's going to obliterate the pain. So you're obliterating the pain of depression, or you're just dealing with the depression by taking a drug. Well, what are you taking? Some sort of amphetamine? What is it? I'm curious. Smoking dope? Yeah, that sort of works. Nah. You're just taking an SSRI and an SNRI or something like that. Wellbutrin, the granddaddy of them all, a smoking cessation aid, made you feel great. Huh? You felt so good that it didn't feel so bad to quit. It was perfect. It handled the problem with your addiction by shifting you into a mental state where your body is being just bombarded with feel-good chemicals. That's what you're getting from your antidepressant. Huh? Not much different from some cruder poison that you cook up in your kitchen sink laboratory. No different, really, in some respects. But let's say with fewer consequential outcomes, it would seem. Because, man, this antidepressant that you're taking can make you feel manic. Can push you into mania. That's definitely the risk. So that's why I'm not taking those medications. My life is a total shambles and it's falling apart. But I can't expect to believe that simply feeling that my problems were inconsequential would help me solve them. And no, I'm not really doing a very good job at solving my problems at the moment. But just as far as it goes, when my depression started to deepen, I quit smoking cigarettes. Why? Because I knew that it'd be no sweat. I wasn't getting any pleasure out of smoking cigarettes. So I thought, well, that's the time to quit. Because, there is a pleasure component to this, but the depression is so bad, I might as well stop smoking. So you know what? Depression in of itself has allowed me to quit smoking. I haven't had a cigarette in a couple of months. A couple of months, well, maybe 6 weeks. When my depression really started, that's when I quit smoking. So think about it. What is it about depression that is so bad that even smoking won't help you lift yourself out of the depression, so you might as well stop? Isn't there some sort of strange connection there to the fact that the SSRI medication that a lot of people take, or whatever it happens to be, Prozac, all started off as a smoking cessation aid? Well, it turns out that a really severe depression is a time when you can quit just about anything. And I have. I've quit my old life, don't drink Coca-Cola anymore, I'll have the occasional coffee or tea, but nothing. What's going on with the depression that's so severe that you get no pleasure out of anything? And what is the connection behind, say, being able to quit doing certain things, like walk away from the addiction of smoking? Sorry, smoking ain't working, so I might as well not do it. Isn't it sort of a strange connection to being able to do that under the weight of a severe depression, when the main line of antidepressants that are given to people with depression, SSRI and SNRI drugs, all come from a product that was designed as a smoking cessation aid. Now, I don't really understand the connection. I'm just pointing it out. Take of it what you may. And by the way, I feel like shit. But what else is new? It happens to be depression, and I'm not really coping with it, but I'm just taking it one step at a time. That's all that I can do, because the medications cause me to become manic, and thank you very much. That's one state I try to avoid being in. I'm telling you, if you're taking these medications, if you've been prescribed them, they're doing you a lot of damage. It's not worth it. There are other medications that you can take that may cause physical damage, but those drugs screw you up. They really do. They substantially alter your brain chemistry, and they don't do it in a way that, is of any great help to you. If you're bipolar, the thing that helps the most is lithium, and it's a salt. It's obvious that this lithium salt is the perfect component to ingest to deal with bipolar illness. It must fit right into the gene. It's a perfect slot for that gene receptor, whatever it may be. Lithium's the one that really fits. Nothing else really does, but that one fits. And believe me, I've seen people in full-blown mania, because I've spent time as inpatients, and believe me, I've seen the people in full-blown mania that are given lithium, and they're transformed back to reality. Well, into a sort of cheerful manic state that eventually will evolve into the first major depressive state. But the thing is, lithium is the one that breaks the mania. You wouldn't be able to break that mania with any other medication, but there is that lithium miracle. So let's say that. Lithium is the one that can do the trick perfectly. The rest of them are just playing at the edges of the thing. Remember that about the medications that you're given by the psychiatrists. They won't help you in the long run. They may make some of your symptoms more manageable, but boy, they'll kill you too. That's why, you hear about people who call themselves survivors. Well, basically, they survived long enough to realize that the meds would kill them and that they had to just kind of take it on the chin. That's basically what I'm trying to do. But I'm in such a state of uncertainty about how things are going to turn out for me that, boy, maybe I'm really screwing myself up and I'm going to end up looking like one of those survivors. Psychiatric survivors. It's fucked.